I didn't realize that I actually had that Doro on here. I'm glad that I swiped that. How you guys doing? I've been busy. I've been extremely busy. Sorry to be late. It was one of those, I came off work, realized I had bills, I had chores I had to do. I was like, shit, I gotta go, my computer's not even on. Gotta turn that on and set that all up in like about 5 minutes. And I was like, if I were to like actually be responsible, I probably wouldn't have streamed at all this year so far. But that's what got me in a place where I was pre-ordering video games and not playing them for 3 years. And they were like still sealed in their boxes. And I don't want to live that life again. I need time. Your official interview with HR for your new job? Congratulations! I hope you get picked. I hope you get picked. And I hope it's a job that you actually enjoy. Because that second part's a really, really big one. It really sucks, I'm sure, to get hired somewhere that you just cannot fucking stand. Luckily, I've never been hired into a job like that. Not that I can't think of any. I can't think of any where I like went in and immediately knew it was gonna suck. They waited a few years before I got to that point. Okay, don't need a controller. I don't need that. I do need water because I'm dehydrated as fucking hell. There we go. Oh, I've already been picked, so it's just, oh, for formalities. Okay. It's better pay and like 1,000% less stress. That is always the unfortunate thing, is the minimum wage jobs are always the most stressful when really it should be kind of the other way around. Like if you want more stress, you should be, you know, paid more. And if you want to get paid more, you're gonna have to take on more stress. Like, it's just not fair. That's like something I don't like. Having worked retail, having worked food, like food and service, like it just sucks. This is my first time back from... I think this is my first time back since my little allergy episode. Or was that like last time? I don't remember. I had like an allergy stint where I am so dehydrated that I'm actually kind of reasoning. And so I'm like been chugging water trying to make up for it. Because that's how I am. If anytime I have allergies, I turn into an actual human reason. And it's very uncomfortable. It'll be around 23 to 25 per hour. IT work! Isn't that cheap for IT work? I don't know. I always hear they make the big bucks. I think what I do is like a project analyst of sorts. And it's like, I'm not a manager. But I'm like, I help with the project manager crap. And it's the most annoying thing dealing with vendors and contractors. Trying to like, oh, you need this for this event? Here you go. No one answers their goddamn phone. But I have to be available all the time, up to the minute. It is, but it's a full coverage insurance for... Ooh, that makes up for it. That does make up for it. That makes up for it a lot. I actually had a weird incident where I had a regular, like appointment, like it's supposed to be fine. And it was like, no, we're not covering this because we asked for an extra screening. And I'm like, that's not my fault. And I forgot to pay it. And it literally halved. It literally halved. Like, because I forgot to pay it. And I just got the secondary bill, like the bill reminder today, and I was like, oh, I should really go pay that. Also, that was not what that fucking said the last time I looked at this. So that's annoying. Healthcare sucks. So now I'm gonna probably just start doing that, is just wait and see if they just make it go lower instead of me paying for them immediately. Because that's awful.
Goddess of Victory.
Which seems kind of on
Nkke.
par for like EH stuff. Actually. Kitty cat. I haven't changed my background. I haven't done shit. Whoop, I'm scrolling on the wrong thing. There we go. Community fan creation compilation. I'm entered into one of these. But I don't know when it's gonna appear. Actually, can I check that on my other screen? Is that something I don't even know where the hell that website is. I think it's this one. Gamba! I don't know. I don't want a Gamba right away. Also, hi gamer! Participation details? It just still says pending selection, so it'll happen at some time. You missed one? What do you mean you missed one? Whoa. Oh, these are the arts. Nice. I'm gonna hope that because it's here that they're all safe for work. Oh, I was like, who graffitied it? No, that's art. Okay, that's cool. I wish I could draw. I don't have the time or patience. These are all cute though. And some of them are like super good. I keep seeing this. Oh, graffiti challenge. Okay, it's a challenge that they had. Okay. I wonder how long they have to draw these, because I would take for fucking ever, because I cannot draw. And my stuff would look maybe like that at best. Not knocking that person. That person probably did a really good job. And the stylistic ones are like extra cool. Oh, it's a cosplay. What did they do for? Oh, okay, that's a decorated background. I was like, was that CG or something? Nope, that's their actual background. That's nice. And the fact that there's like already neon cosplays is super cool. Let's get off of this because they're not looking at what's over there. What's new in the campaign? Why does it say there's something new? Everyone can draw, and as long as it comes from your heart and soul, it's good. You'd think I'm really harsh on myself. I used to draw, and then I had friends that made fun of it, and then I stopped. And then it's been a very long time. I haven't tried drawing since high school. Because I was getting pretty good at it. And was learning techniques. And the program I used is now way too old and will not work on Windows 11. I think it's just ancient. Because it's no longer supported. Adobe took it, Adobe took it and like ate it and gobbled it up. Do we want a Gamba first thing? Like, I'm down to Gamba first thing. I'll do some light Gamba first thing. I just appreciate the flute at the beginning of that one. I have 36 tickets, so I might get something. We'll do some light, like not rainbow ticket Gamba. But yeah, that's the thing. Okay. Is like when someone's trying to draw, even if it looks terrible, they are putting effort in. More effort than you probably are. And it's like, don't shame them for trying.
Soldier
and that's the thing that a lot of people need to
service.
like realize.
This shop
Hey Spartan! We're doing some light Gamba.
Nice to meet you. I may be.
I'm Marciana, and I teach at the MMR vocational
I'm
school.
getting to a point
always do
where I
my
might
best to
actually
provide
have
the
another
best
person
learning
maxed out
experience for
besides
my
Grace.
students.
I think I think, well, who is it? It's Alice? I think that's because we got some free ones of her though. Hello, Bran. Hello. It's so funny. I do some light gamba and then everybody shows up. Not that the stream just started or anything, but it's just one of those like, it's funny.
Nice.
That's 2. This would be 3 out of 4. Gamba all. I'll do that. I already have enough little things for my poor computer to keep track of.
Nice to meet you.
Leave it to me.
Oh, Missilus this time.
I'm Alec, and I'm a 12 out of 10.
I need... Hey, I have an Alec cosplay if you guys want to go poke at it. Last one, I think. Yeah. The game is VR chat. It can keep up with your Gootery. I don't know what you mean by keep up. It's VR chat. It's kind of open source. I have quite a few blue tickets. And it's just EH, right? Yeah. Oh, it's E.H. Let me... There it is. Dot. Boop. Do you have VR chat? I don't have a 3D well, I got gifted one. I don't know how to make it work. I think it could work in VR chat. I'll have to ask the person who gifted it to me. But isn't VR chat for free? I do not have a VR headset. My computer once upon a time could run VR. Now I think it's like borderline barely functions in VR. Man, VR is just so niche these days. I bet. I'm very curious on how .hack's gonna go, because that was kind of the whole thing for it back when it came out in the early 2000s. Was like, it was ahead of its time for VR and stuff like that. And that was kind of how people got immersed enough in the game to become comatose. So the fact that they're remaking it with everything nowadays, and it's so great. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for .hack. I plan on buying like copies on everything. Just an idiot. Yeah, my phone might explode. I've dropped my phone enough times. It's never broken, but something in it with the Wi-Fi and the cellular, like anything like internet connectivity, is super buggy. Hi, baby. I don't need you in my lap. We had lap time earlier. I didn't get on Nikke today. Yeah, you should. This is your reminder to go do your dailies. Oh, good. You're laying down. Come here. I want to go to my wish list. Whomst do I have? Because I'm starting to run out of people. It was Elysian and Missilus. Missilus, it looks like I'm good for a little bit. Elysian, I didn't get anybody new. Okay. No, I don't want to kick you out. It's already gonna be hot in here with the computer. Please stop. Alec, yeah. I already have, oh my god. She's gonna be core 5.
I feel like I just got in a rousing round of boom.
How many points do you guys even have? How much are you sitting on?
This is sure to cut down on the prep time necessary for class.
715. I know that my mods are like in the thousands. Ugh. Baby, you can go into that chair. You just can't go into my chair. Yeah. Come here. Because of bully day, for real, for real? Oh, I mean, 10,000? Yeah. I think, I know Bear was like in the hundreds of thousands, like plural. I don't know if he still is. We are not bullying me. No, I was asking how many points people had. Okay. But I think that's because you had done a huge purge on October, right? I need to do one of those again. I got a double gold EH and extra copy Modernia bringing... Oh, dang! Nice! I only have like 1 million credit. I have boxes. I've been like being a brat though, and going to the core machine. My brain's not working. Synchro device. I've been going in here and like leveling up on occasion. So yeah, I'm a little too short. Why am I dumb? I've done nothing wrong. What are you doing, buddy? I'm gonna have to kick my cat out. Hang on. Why are you trying to jump on the cat? Baby, it's okay. There we go. All right. I have one person not in here? Who do I not have in here? It's... Oh, no. It's saying I have a slot open. But I don't have any gold people. And I'm not to the point yet where I'm like, yes, I will go put my purple in there. Hello. Thank you for the check-in. I have a lot of Nikkes. Yeah, I have 175. And I am missing these guys. That's right. Dot. I'm missing Anchor, Amelia, like literally all the collabs. And then I skipped out on Mika's winter one because I was poor. I could not afford to go roll for Ludmilla and Mika. So I just went with just Mika. Or just Ludmilla and skipped on Mika. So I have one of everyone except for these guys. That is it. It's a very short list. And a lot of them are collabs that are probably never coming back. And of course, the one summer that I'm like looking for Anchor, she's not in the store. And I felt gaslit. Like, oh yeah, she's in the store. I was like, I didn't freaking see her. Like, where? She wasn't there. We're close in level. I'm 490. Nice. I'm 499. I don't know why. I'm about to be. Am I a year and a half? I don't know. I'm losing track of time. Enter Heaven is the name of. Whoa! What the hell happened to my mouse? All right. There we go. Enter Heaven. Why am I a clown too? What did I do to you people? Hello, Tetsuya. So what is this? I don't even know what this event is. This is like the type of music I work to. Where it's like, it's kind of just background noise, but it has enough energy to it where it's like not, it's more motivating than distracting. Oh boy, we see a heavenly ascension multiple times in this. All right. Oh good. Divorced Dad Rock? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm still on the hunt for my 3 kids from my last divorce. It's, I can't help it. It's good, like, background music. And it's super easy, okay? EH and Outer Rim. Oh, one more stretch and a little bit more hydrate as Viper's coughing for some reason. That sat in my fridge too long. All right. Oh, that's right. That's why the water tasted funny. Because I have a cold glass. I forgot I have like hydrating stuff on my lips. I was like, why does it taste weird? That's why. I have weird hydrating jelly on my face. There we go. Oh, everybody's coughing and hacking. Viper, my throat hurts. Seriously, doesn't anyone ever clean around here? Why is there so much dust? Should I eat it all? Would that make my throat stop hurting? It's a good question, actually. Would it? It would probably not initially, but like, there wouldn't be any dust anymore. Don't, it'll only make it worse. Oh, why are you so sweaty? I didn't realize that. Why is your gun sweating? What? Okay, thanks, boss. Now then, the tip we got said they've been sightings of dangerous people coming and going around here. Viper looks around the area. I see a whole bunch of dust, but no signs that anyone's actually been living here. There aren't even any light fixtures. Plotting something shady in the dark, I wonder what it was. Viper, boss, over there. There's stuff written all over the wall. There's literal writing on the wall. Viper turns on her phone flashlight and shines it on the wall Jackal's pointing at. What is this? The wall is covered in words written in red. Traitors, hypocrites, you abandoned us. And what's that in the center? Light is our right. Heavenly ascension. Okay. Do you think Heavenly Ascension is behind this? It certainly sounds like that might be the case. Hard to say. I thought you'd already taken care of all that. I did. But now it looks like a little investigation is warranted. I'll handle it. By yourself? Yeah. And EH... Do we even fucking know what her name is? I imagined her name had something like Elysian, but it doesn't make sense if that's her first name. And like, is she like Ingrid's daughter? Like, I don't remember. You find out in this event? Okay, okay. I was just like, I cannot fucking remember. And I was like, what is your goddamn name? All right, so EH stares at the wall, filled top to bottom with writing. I'm pretty sure this is a message meant for me. Oh, okay. Come in. Thanks for making time. I know how busy you are. You said it was urgent. What's going on? Oh, right. I have to hit buttons. It's about a terrorist group from the Outer Rim. Heavenly Ascension. Do you remember them? Of course. They were behind a lot of stuff. Crow used them to blow a hole in the Dome of Eternity. Then, do you know who founded Heavenly Ascension? I'm gonna say I don't. I figured you might not. it would be good for you to know, though. It was EH who founded Heavenly Ascension. Okay. I see. Why are you telling me this now? After the attack on the Ark, EH expressed a desire to atone for her sins. She asked to become a Nkke so she could take responsibility for what she'd done. As part of the deal, she was forbidden from leaving the Outer Rim. A bomb was placed around her neck, and she became the leader of Exotic, agreeing to dismantle Heavenly Ascension herself. Those who left the group under EH's orders were spared their lives, while those who didn't were punished for the terrorist attack, and Heavenly Ascension was thereby declared disbanded. I had no idea that happened. That all happened. No, we did. I knew she had something to deal with it, but I couldn't remember if she was the leader or not. However, there's an issue. Since then, the remnants of Heavenly Ascension were quiet, or at least we hadn't seen any signs of anything from them. Recently, though, we received intel that they've started moving again. Didn't you just say the group was dismantled, though? So we're punishing a war criminal with a war crime? I mean, if I recall correctly, she was dying, so it probably didn't... She either was offed as like a mercy, or they just let her die in agony and then made her a Nkke. Elysian seems a little bit more on the up and up. I wouldn't say war crime. But she also volunteered. So I don't know. I'm going to switch over. Since we're about to hit ads. Just for a second. And I agree. Missilus is probably more likely to commit war crimes. In fact, I'd almost say that they have, just because of the MMRs underneath their belt. But anyway. Didn't we say that they were dismantled? It was, but then reports started coming in. Light is our right, Heavenly Ascension. That's their most famous slogan. And it's being written all over the Outer Rim. Could it just be some copycat? Of course, that's entirely possible. But we can't rule out the possibility there are remnants of the group still around. If so, EH's report of dismantling Heavenly Ascension may have been false. A ruse meant to protect what remains of their group. At least that's one theory. The suspicion got pointed at her. It's not unreasonable. Oh my god, I'm dying. Sorry. I'm just like coughing for no reason. Damn it. I don't know if it's because of how dried up I am. All right. It's not unreasonable for the central government to come to that conclusion. After all, they see what they look when they blah, blah, blah. After all, they see when they look at EH as the former head of a terrorist organization. That's why they're asking me to look into what's really going on with her. Do you think she lied? I don't think so. I don't know. I can't say. I don't want to give my opinion first and influence your judgment. Besides, let's just say I'm not fit to judge. What do you mean? For now, I want you to see EH in person and determine whether she's involved in this or not. You were one of the victims of the attack, but you also have a long history of treating Nikkes without prejudice. If there's anyone who can remain impartial here, it's you. Okay, I guess I'll go. You're really going through with it? Yes. Yes, we are. Were you able to get in touch with her? No, she's not answering any messages or calls. That's not good. Whatever's going on, this whole situation is suspicious. I'd advise keeping your guard up, Commander. Regardless of whatever is intended, something is already in motion. You can't do as you've always done and blindly just trust anyone because they're a Nkke. I mean, I think it's fine. How can I not let me come with you? No. It's dangerous to go alone. If we move as a group, we'll draw too much attention. We're fairly well known. Even so, it's better than being defenseless. I just don't want to provoke them. Regardless of who's doing this, their recent actions have been bold. True, but I don't want to escalate this and drag innocent people in with it. I don't think going alone is strategically a good idea. That's why I've already contacted somebody. Someone else? Ah. Mama Rappi's upset. Wait, you don't mean? That's exactly who I mean. Are we talking about, like, Jackal and Zem? Honey. It's been a while. It's unlike you to be the one to call first. I just haven't been able to reach EH. Oh, I don't mind the reason. I'm just happy you reached out first. I'm so happy to see you. Why are we just... Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I don't think we're walking into a trap. Thanks for coming out. Don't mention it. So you're looking for our boss too? Yeah, I heard Heavenly Ascension's on the move again, and I want to ask her about it. Yeah, we've been tracking them ever since we found signs of their activity. You've been tracking them too? Who do you think first found the wall with the slogan written on it? It was us, but a few days ago after we found a certain... Was it well or wall? Hang on. Certain wall. Okay. She said she'd look into it on her own. We haven't been able to reach her since. She's not responding to you either? Have you tried going out and looking for her? You bet I ran around everywhere trying to catch her scent, but I couldn't smell her anywhere, so we didn't find her. Can you show me the wall you found? Of course. It's deep inside the outer rim though. Are you sure you're up for it? It hasn't been upkept for a while, to the point that there aren't even any lights. It's dark and dangerous. It's fine. Here you were so guarded earlier, and yet now you're putting your trust in me. I mean, there's no reason for you to betray me. I suppose that's true. Are you planning to? Of course not. I won't do anything like that. Not now or ever. I'm not going to betray you. I swear. We did save her from her head being blown off, so I think she means it. I think Jackal's a little too pure. She's instinctive but pure. That's how I always thought of Jackal. Alright, Viper said thank you. Then I'll say it too. Thank you. Now as a sign of our trust and commitment, how about a handshake? A handshake? What? She extends her hand. You said you trust me, and yet you're already hesitating? I would never do anything to hurt you. I swore, remember? And I take her hand. Your hands are so warm. Now, Viper, Snake, she's gonna try backstabbing you with a smile. Oh no, she's possessive as shit. To my understanding, she's super possessive. And it's more of like that possessive is very deadly to other people. If I've gone off of some of her other events and stuff. Because she looked like she was gonna fucking kill us when she realized that we had the ability to detonate their collars. Viper, let's go with my hand. Good. Yeah, I'm all charged up now. What? Follow me. Charged up on what? Following Viper and Jackal's lead, I heed. I head deeper into the outer rim. I promise I can read. There really aren't any streetlights around. It's dark. Heavenly Ascension never developed this area. That's why there aren't any lights. They developed? The entire outer rim used to be like this. It was already dark enough without the Dome of Eternity. That makes sense. Ah, my hydration stuff today is so weird on my lips. But with the partition blocking the way, barely any light from the arc could get it in. EH changed that. She said people shouldn't live in such a dark place. And so she dug through piles of scrap to find light bulbs, ran electrical lines through the buildings that were still standing, and installed streetlights all over the place. After that, people started following her, and even though she was an outsider. She was an outsider? You didn't know? No, we did not. What do you think EH stands for? Do you know her real name? So you know her name, but okay, so that's where I got the Elysian Harper. But not that she was an outsider. Since it's Elysian that sent you, I figured they would have told you everything. Sounds like they didn't. Is there more I should know? It's probably better if you hear everything from her. It's all really personal, so I don't think it'll be right for me to talk about it. Since she's our boss, you know, and I want to respect that. For now, just know that she was originally an outsider who came into the Outer Rim on her own. Okay. You two seem to be on pretty good terms. Who, with her? I mean, it's not like we were strangers before. We already knew she treated her people well, even back when she led Heavenly Ascension. Once she actually became our boss, though, that's when we really understood why people liked her. She treats me well. She does say I can't bite whatever I want, though. There's a lot of things she tells me not to do. I don't like that. I want to chomp stuff, but she says no. That's because you keep eating weird things and getting stomach aches. You know, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, really? Then I like her. She's nice to me. So, okay. After that, what happened with the attack on the Ark, I figured things would be more strained between you. You'd think so, right? I did too. So when she first became her boss, I just flat out asked her. And then, what a surprise. You're the EH, and now you're here to lead Exotic. Did you volunteer for it? Yeah, really? But we stabbed you in the back. Are you really okay with working with us? Very impressive. Unless you're here to try and reform us former criminals. Is that it? Of course not. My hands aren't clean either. Still, you're different from us. You had clear convictions. Ideals and intentions don't make a mistake any less wrong. Doesn't make it less wrong. Jackal was eating rocks. Well, I know she eats like, isn't her burst like her eating chains or something? Like, she eats whatever. I've no intention of lecturing you two as though I'm somehow innocent. I joined Exotic because this squad is the only one operating in the Outer Rim, and I figured I can protect this place. I have no resentment towards you and no desire for revenge. We can't change what happened, and now we're all paying our own price. That's all there is to it. I had no idea you're the type to make life harder than it needs to be. Not that I mind. Blumander's a straight arrow too. You remind me of him in that way. Okay then, I look forward to working with you. Likewise. And that was that. Do you get it? She's a good heart, despite everything we did to her. That's why I don't think she's trying to rebuild Heavenly Ascension. I realize you might not believe all that because it's coming from me, but I do hope you'll hear her out at least once. That's why I'm here. She has low iron. That's not good. That means when you go poke her, she like bruises like crazy. That's the kind of Blumander I know. Let's get going. We're almost there. Okay. I follow Viper and Jackal into a rundown house. And I start dying of coughing. As we enter, our footsteps stir up a cloud of dust. I'll never get used to this dust. I hate this place. It makes my nose and throat hurt. Then do you want to wait near the entrance? It shouldn't be as bad there. Okay. This is the last place you saw her? Yep, that's right. See that wall? Viper shines her phone light onto the walls. Words like traitor and hypocrite are scrawled all over it in red. How could you abandon us? Words of resentment. Die central government lapdog, as well as some curses. And the familiar refrain, light is our right heavenly ascension. She said the messages were meant for her. It's probably from someone who resents her for breaking up heavenly ascension. If that's the case, it means that she's a target. And if she's been unreachable ever since, she may be in danger. Yeah. Given that she was strong enough to hunt down Nikke's even when she was human, I had a hard time imagining something happening to her. But then, when people harbor a grudge, you just never know what'll happen. It's probably, or not probably, it's possible she came back here at some point. Let's check the house one more time for any clues. Jackal isn't, it's time to stop playing and you need to see if we can find any signs of the boss here. Oh man, inside my nose is clogged from all the dust and my throat hurts. I feels you. I feels you. Hydrate. Then just use your eyes. Oh, right. Okay. However, no matter how much we search the house, there's no trace of her. There's nothing here. Maybe she didn't come back. Viper, my nose really hurts. I can't take this anymore. Girl, same. We can stop. This isn't good. We can't just go searching through the entire Outer Rim. For now, let's step outside. Staying in here can't be good for you. Yeah, no, I would... Blue would die. Blumander also having issues is great, but Blue would die. Before following Jackal and Viper out through the entrance, I glance at the writing on the wall one last time. Something catch your attention? No, just taking one last look. Looking closely at the phrase, light is our right heavenly ascension, I notice a small groove etched into the word light. I press my hands against it. Oh. We hit a button. The ground gives way beneath me. And I drop down. After a fall that lasts longer than expected, I slam into the floor below. I look around. The room is pitch black. Where am I? You're not Viper, Jackal. Who's there? Oh, something heavy slams into my head. Oh. And I lose consciousness. Great. Fantastic. That sucks. So much blood. I hear someone's voice. Come on, wake up. Oh, I was like, why can't I move my jacket? There we go. Hello, EH. Hello, hello. Wrong one. There we go. Do you recognize me? Yeah? I clutch my throbbing head and sit up. Oh, that sound. Oh, they replicated it so good. Have you forgotten your respirator and helmet today? Dude, there's been like times where I've like looked at actual like gas masks for like doing yard work. My allergies are awful, so anytime that they're like, yes, we're dying, like I feel it. Feels it. Though, if you're going to the Outer Rim dealing with Heavenly Ascension, he does seem kind of underprepared, doesn't he? Try not to move. It looks like you hurt your head. Right before I passed out, I got hit on the head with something. You did? By who? I think I saw the silhouette of a man, but I couldn't make it out. I see. Don't worry, I'm not that badly hurt. I don't know. That ringing sound means it fucking hurts. You shouldn't push yourself. You lost a lot of blood. The wound looks pretty bad. I'm really... Sneeze. A strange chill runs through me. Aside from the cold, I really think I'm okay. Oh no, we got a cold! Mind if I take a look at your wound? You're wearing gloves, right? Oh, that's important. That is important. Yeah? Okay, then go ahead. Just be careful not to touch the blood. Alright. And she comes closer and carefully examines my head. It's completely healed. Judging from all the blood, I'm sure it was a serious injury, and yet, what's wrong? Nothing. She starts to check the rest of my body, starting with my arms and back. Thankfully, it doesn't look like you sustained any other injuries. Still, just because the outside's healed doesn't mean you don't have any internal injuries. Head injuries shouldn't be taken lightly. Let's rest here for a while before we get moving. Sure. She might be right about me not being fully healed. I'm starting to feel colder. What are you doing down here anyway? Looking for you. Ingrid told me that Heavenly Ascension is back. Oh, that? I came to confirm whether you're connected to it. Whether I'm connected? You came to check whether I'm behind all this? It seems the government suspects you. They think that you never actually disbanded it and you falsified a report. I see. It makes sense for them to distrust me. To them, I'm sure I'm just a criminal who switched sides to survive. And now they want Ingrid to look into it. Then, she asked you to investigate and to determine for yourself whether I'm behind this. She said she wasn't fit to judge. Not fit? Yeah, I could see her saying that. I'm sorry. You got dragged into this because of me. The fact is, I am connected to this. The one writing all these things everywhere as if Heavenly Ascension is rising again is sending me a message. He resents me for what I did and considers me a traitor. The fact is, I did put an end to Heavenly Ascension, so it's not like I don't understand where he's coming from. So you know who it is? Yeah, I do. We agreed to meet, but when I arrived, I was knocked out with sleeping gas. All right. Puddle called it. You definitely need something. I didn't think Nikke's could be knocked out though. They're, 90% robot. And that's how you ended up here. He's most likely the one who knocked you out as well. I doubt he expected you to be looking for me, so he must have panicked when he saw you. He did seem pretty confused. I figured. After hitting you, he must have realized you're connected to the government. He probably put you in here with me, figuring that if we die together, suspicion would naturally fall on me. Whatever the reason, I'm really sorry for you to get caught up in all this. Well, now I have a better idea of what's going on. You're tangled up with something messy. Still, me telling you all this doesn't prove whether I put an end to Heavenly Ascension or not. Ask me anything, I'll answer. In that case, why did you form Heavenly Ascension? Why would you want to know that? I know you've been fighting for the rights of the Outer Rim. What I don't get is why your resistance took on the form of terrorism, or what led to your subsequent change of heart. That's why I want to know more about how it all started. I think it'll help me judge you better. All right. You've been dragged into this mess. The least you deserve is to hear the full story. It goes back pretty far, though. And I'm going to take a really quick break. The 10% organic component is the weak spot. It is. It is. Very quick actual break. Sorry. I have to go refill my water already. So be back. Pizza sounds so divine right now. Maybe that'll be what I get this weekend. If I get like a full class done, I like try to give myself a cheat day. Hello, Frost. Hello. I'm trying to take all my ads during the or my breaks out during the ad breaks. We're about to find out more history behind EH. Do you know what my name used to be? I'm been getting that question a lot. Huh? I think I heard it as Elysian Harper. That's right. Elysian Harper. That was my name until I chose to cast it aside. Elysian as in the company? Yes, that Elysian. It was a name that came with a lot of weight. Having that name meant I was the next CEO. In other words, I was the heir to Elysian. Huh. That would mean that you and Ingrid are half sisters. That was not where I thought that was going. We have the same mother. Yeah, I didn't think that was the case. I'm the younger one. Our mother was the former CEO of Elysian. That must be why Ingrid said she wasn't fit to judge. Your family. Yeah, I guess. Honestly, I didn't realize she still thought that way. What kind of company do you think Elysian is? An arms manufacturer strongly obsessed with tactics? Tactics. Yeah, Ingrid does like that word. Anyway, you're right. It's an arms manufacturer that focuses on tactical excellence. But that wasn't always the company's top priority. In the past, Elysian pursued only one thing: power. More precisely, the power of humanity. When the raptors attacked, humans abandoned the surface and fled to the Ark. My mother believed that in order to avoid extinction, only the strong must survive so that humanity could grow stronger and evolve. That's what she used to say, at least. That sounds similar to Elysian's current philosophy, but it's a bit different. That's right, Ingrid believes humanity must use technology to defeat the Raptures, but she's not so fixated on the sole pursuit of strength. Mother was different. She pursued strength to the point of obsession. That's why she wants the strongest of her children to be her successor. Ingrid and I were constantly tested and compared. I came out on top, which is how I became the heir. And the reason I was given the name Elysian. If it weren't for a certain incident, I would have inherited Elysian as planned. What incident? Did you know that Elysian built the Outer Rim barrier? No. Of course, it was the government's proposal that initiated the process, but Elysian spearheaded the construction. Mother had long believed that the weak were meant to be culled, and felt the garbage should be kept separate from human habitats. So she naturally welcomes the proposal. Well then. I get the idea at its extreme core. However, having a whole bunch of people being told that they're garbage and then like them not having the golden ticket into the Ark means they're garbage is really shitty. Having actual garbage outside does make sense. She knew people were living there in secret. She used to say they lacked gratitude for being allowed to live in the Ark. Instead, squandering their lives on gambling and pleasure, she called them garbage. At the time, I really thought the people in the Outer Rim were all like that. But then during the final inspection of the wall, I was sent to the Outer Rim in my mother's place since I was the heir and all. That's when I learned for myself the Outer Rim wasn't a mere trash dump. Just like the Ark, there were people living there, real people, not garbage. Which, that makes sense. Hey, what are you doing? The young boy and girl are startled and step back, dropping a fuse. What's wrong? It sparkles and it's pretty. You were going to light a dynamite fuse because it's pretty? We wanted to make light. Everyone says there's no light here. Yeah, we played around with fire on the mountain. The light was really pretty. We just wanted to see it on one more time. Well, it would have definitely been one more time, and then nothing else after that. Yeah, you must have X amount of dollars to be considered human. There was a time. There was a time that this bun, man, I was lucky if I had $10 in my account. I was definitely, like, it was spent before I had it. And the fucking one time I had $100 and I was like, yeah, I'll go to the mall and go buy me something for $10, $15 to treat myself. I lent out my card to my boyfriend at the time, who just he accidentally went to go buy something that was way more or something. I don't remember what the specifics were anymore, but it was either it was entered wrong or something, but he tried, the transaction was more than what I had in the account, and it just caused this snowball that turned into me being in $300 in debt. Was the worst. I'm really glad that overdraft fees are going away, because that set me back months, where I'd get like a paycheck and then just not have it for months, because I was like living on my own. Like, I didn't really have support. Like, that sucked. I'm so glad overdraft fees are going away. So yeah, the whole concept of like, you must be have this much capital to be a person, like, and this whole like, and I know part of it is like the people are getting kicked out or willingly being like leaving, not a whole lot willingly, but just the fact that you leave the arc and you're immediately garbage and you're not allowed back in, even though you're just a person, is so I hate it. I hate all of it. I hate all of it. Is that not allowed? It's what are you kids like you doing here in the first place? Where are your parents? What do you mean? This is our home. This is your home? Mom's here too. She's inside over there, I think. The children timidly glance at the fuse. Are we really not allowed to light the fire here? I'd really like to see more pretty lights. No, it's not allowed. You could get hurt if you're not careful. We could? Elysian Harper carefully looks at the mountain of trash. Use this instead. Huh? She picks up a sparkler that had fallen to one side of the trash pile and then lights it. Oh. Pizza! Food. A bright light begins to burst from the tip of the sparkler. These are the only ones you should be lighting, okay? Okay. And that's when the thought hit me. People live here. I can't just ignore that. Makes sense. She's being nice. Proposal for improving the living conditions of Outer Rim residents. Franca. Is that their mom's name? Franca? Franza? Tosses her tablet down. I sent you on such an important assignment so you could learn about what being my successor entails. But now it looks like you came back more foolish than when you left. Who are the residents of the Outer Rim? There aren't any humans there, last I checked. That entire place is filled with garbage and nothing else. After being granted the privilege of escaping the surface and seeking refuge underground, they chose to hold themselves up in a dump. That makes them garbage. And if you really view those things as people, then that tells me all I need to know about how poor your judgment is. There are children who were born there who aren't like that. It may be true that the adults who went there were weak and made foolish decisions, as you say, but those children never had a choice. That doesn't matter. Being born in dump still makes them garbage. God damn! What kind of logic is that? If their lives are meant to be anything more than that, then they'll find a way to survive to get stronger and make it out of there. If they can't, it simply means they were born weak and they will die weak. That is the law of nature. I've said it many times before, humanity as a whole must become strong only by casting aside the weak and strengthening ourselves. Can we survive in this world where inhuman monsters run rapid? God damn. Hello. Have you gone to anime conventions before? I met many talented voice actors. I have. I was actually last night looking at local conventions, except all the websites, I guess unless you look at very specific kinds, they really don't populate. So that kind of sucks. But no, I was kind of looking, I was trying to see what was local. And I mean local as in like within an 8-hour drive. But no, I haven't gone to a convention in a really long time. The last one I went to, I dragged Bear to it, and we got to meet, not meet, but we went to a panel with Troy Baker, the voice of Master Chief, because Cortana called in sick, and like all of the OG like video game Mortal Kombat cast, and some of them are fit as fuck still. I was very impressed. So it was like a smaller one, so that was kind of cool. Every kid does deserve a chance at life. Very true. Yeah, no, the original Mortal Kombat people, yeah, some of them look like how, you know, they obviously didn't keep up with the martial arts and stuff, but some of them are super fucking fit. I can't remember who it was. I think it was the guy who mocapped for Raiden. He was like nothing but muscle. Like, it was weird. But that was like the last one I went to, and that was a really long time ago. But I hope to go to another one this year. I don't know how likely that'll be, but I hope to go to one this year. I was kind of eyeballing one that was local-ish in October, and I think that's far out enough where I could probably swing it. Maybe, hopefully. Problem is I say October and I don't even remember what direction it was in. I was just like, oh, October, I can do that. I have no idea when it is. I think I have it saved somewhere. But I want to make that more of a regular thing. Because my favorite thing at conventions, same thing with concerts, but like my favorite thing is the vendor hall. I fucking love the vendor hall. I can spend literally a whole like 12 hours in them. I don't care how small it is. I like looking at every little thing that people make. Like, I love the craftsmanship. I like the ingenuity. I like the creativity people have. There was one that I hope to run into again where she made little, like, Navi fairies in a jar. And they were nightlights. And it was so fucking cute. It was, like, really simple. It was a really simple, like, put-together thing. And she had, like, 2 different modes where it was just on solid. And then it would have, like, a pulse as the other one. And, like, just, like, it probably didn't cost her anything. And at that last one I went to, I also bought multiple co-workers of mine empty jars of fucks. Because that was fun. That way, and they were like, super cheap, because it was literally, like, a little baby jar, like, the size of, like, maybe your thumb. And it just had a jar of fucks, and of course it's empty. So there was no fucks to give. And I just gave those to a couple people. I think the one I went with you was a very long time ago, and that was probably the smallest convention I have ever been to ever. But also, that was so last minute and a lot of things. That's the other thing too, is I want to go in cosplay. So it has to be kind of local so I can drive. And I'm kind of thinking if it's October, I'll probably go as Cynthia. We'll see. We'll see. I'm glad you had fun, though. There was a lot of edumacation to go around because I had, like, not a lot of knowledge to pass on. Hey, listen! I made a really awful remix of that for my text tone. So anytime someone texted me, it was just Navi going, hey, listen. I had that for ages. And that was how Bear, like, knew me, is he would just hear that from, like, across the store. He's like, please turn that the fuck off. It gave a lot of people PTSD, and that was why I had it, even though I have never played those games. It's on the list. It is on the list to do, but I've never played them. Alright. Have you really not learned that yet? That garbage is garbage, and we have to have strong people to survive inhuman monsters. Still, they're just children. If you really can't understand, you aren't qualified to be my heir. Don't become weak. The heir of the great Elysian must not be swayed by pity for the weak. Be clear in what you keep and what you cast away. For the sake of a stronger human race, the weak must be discarded. Otherwise, humanity will never grow stronger. It is only through strength that humans can avoid falling behind in this inverted ecosystem. Okay. And accomplish the great feat of reclaiming the surface. Kinda glad their mom died. Oh my god, she's an awful person. It was then that thought came to me. If we only pursue strength in an attempt to avoid extinction, and in the process we discard our humanity, can we really still be regarded as human? When the thought hit me, I couldn't take it anymore. For days on end, I kept asking myself, what is true strength? And then finally, I came to a conclusion. If being an Elysian heir meant I wasn't allowed to think like that, then I would give up my position. Are you really leaving? Things just turned out this way, sorry. Looks like we won't be getting tested together anymore. And Mother's okay with that? No. She was angry. She called me pathetic and wouldn't let me take anything with me, saying maybe I'd get the sense knocked into me and come back. I've got nothing aside from these weapons. Do you really want to save that place that badly? Yes. I'm going to turn the Outer Rim into a place where people can live like human beings, and then I'm going to show the entire world. I'll prove that there are real people living there in a place everyone else calls a dump, and that they can no longer ignore them. And to my mother, I'll provide that the strength, I'll prove that the strength that humanity actually needs to pursue doesn't come from some extreme version of survival out of the fittest, but that the strong need to help the weak and give them the chance to get stronger so that way everyone can grow together. And that it's only by retaining our humanity that we can truly become strong. That's the strength of humanity that I'm after, and what I want to prove to everyone. Things may not go the way you want. I'm not trying to say that everything Mother said was right, but there are definitely those who've given up and only take it from others rather than making an effort themselves. If you start preaching your ideals to such people, they might take advantage of you. There will be those who learn you come from the Ark and that you were Elysian's heir, and out of jealousy, they'll threaten you and try to use violence. You won't be able to rest for even a second. And yet, in spite of all that, you still want to hold on to your ideals? Well, when it comes to violence, unless they're Nikke's armed like soldiers in the surface reclamation wars, they'll surely be weaker than you, so I think I'll be fine. You idiot, you can't let your guard down. No matter how strong you are, you're bound to fall if you get careless. I know. That's a valuable lesson Mother hammered into us as children. Look, I know what you're trying to say. The Outer Rim will be dangerous. I realize not everyone there will be good like the children I saw, but even so, I refuse to give up. Unfortunately, that means I won't be able to help you. I know you wanted us to work together on the plan to make human and Nkke stronger through technology and tactics. Still, I'll be looking forward to watching you from afar as you create Elysian's finest forces. The Absolute Squad, who will bring unmatched tactics to any fight. So they've been around for a while. Okay. And the Eccentric Squad, who will protect others from berserk Nikkes. Extrinsic? Who's extrinsic? I'll have to go look that up. Harper extends her hand to Ingrid. Alright. I'm really hoping you prove, Mother, that you're right. We'll succeed at what we're trying to do, wherever we may be. Ingrid firmly grasps Harper's hand. Take care of yourself. Who are they again? I forget. Is it who I think it is? God, I have too many people. Where the fuck? There she is. No, that's Wardress. Who? Who's extrinsic? No. They're names. They're names of groups. So they're Elysian. Because that's absolute. Perilous Siege, that's not them. It's Maiden? Oh! It's Maiden and Guillotine. Okay. Thank you. That's where I was like, who? I was like, who is it? Okay, thank you. A special enforcement squad who puts down irregulars. Their entire existence is shrouded in secrecy. Okay. I can Gamba. We did pop out. Okay. That's where I was like, who are they? I was like, I knew the name. They just haven't popped up in a while. Okay. We can Gamba. We can do some Gamba. I only have 310 rolls saved up, though. We'll see what happens. I may have used all my gold tickets earlier. It's gonna be really mean to me now that I'm oh! Maybe I'm standing corrected.
Nice to
Please. Please.
armament.
Hey!
It's me, EH. I'll do everything in my power to help. Just as you
Nice.
helped me.
Okay, back to story. That was easy. That was quick.
Soldier FA.
cosplay
awaiting
win?
your order.
I have so many other ones I gotta get through first. It wouldn't be hard. I think the hardest part would be finding, like, elastic that's thick enough to be, like, the spots on our coat.
I want to atone for what I've done. I may not be forgiven, but I still want to do it.
Hi, Kitsune. I mean, I can go. We've got like. I'm sure I can go find some munitions people that'll be like, yeah, all the guts are taken out of this, or like 3D print it instead of, you know, like it'll also be way lighter. Go get. I just gotta go back to the pawn shop where I got all my Eleg wires and just be like, hey, here's $10. I'm taking all of these like random cords.
I used to think that as long as you were in the right, any means were justified, no matter how terrible. I realized far too late just how wrong I was.
Don't place it in the wrong direction. That's bad. Oh, good. I did that in 20? Sweet. Ah, you're right. I need a drink. Oh, that's not it. That's my hydrating shit. That won't help me. It tastes so gross. Is that a claymore and a stun grenade strapped to her chest? God damn it. And a stun grenade? Well, it's definitely like a baton. Yeah, it kind of looks like a stun grenade. That means like everyone in the vicinity is getting got. It's worse. Oh, I don't know what's under it. Just don't walk past an FBI building in that cosplay. Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. Leon and Grace would knock my ass out like before I was like on the block. Do I have a doll for you? I don't. I'm poor. Alright, I guess you're going in like my gigantic like mill of people. Because I have like all these people that I'm either working on or don't have dolls. Which honestly, for people who don't have dolls, it is a really short list. Oh, you were right about the rifle? Yeah, I don't know. I know that some of the ones I need to make are I still need to work on hers. I don't think, let's see, view mode. Yeah, I need to get some different ribbon for hers. Also a little drop in your fan art. Ah, thank you. Those ones. You're so sweet, Kitsune. Thank you so much. But yeah, I need... Oh, there's 2 ribbons. I don't think I have 2 ribbons that match. I almost bought like an HP to go and like dismantle it. Because it was like 20 bucks. Nope, I need view mode. Oh, she has like a little aim too. Did not realize that. Duct tape to an AR style rifle's handguard. She might not have been able to get a proper foregrip. Maybe. But yeah, I need to rework her gun a little bit. There's a couple that I got going on, but I don't know if I want to go like realistic with them. Like I could, but why? Yeah, she has the BFG. She has a BFG. It's a boom freaking gun. That's exactly what that is. Because they can't infringe. In fact, can we... I don't think I can zoom into it. I'm like staring really close. The ultimate weapon. What's her... does she have... No, she doesn't have it in her summer, right? Where the fuck's that one? This is what happens when you have too many people. Like, where is things? Yeah, because she has the vacuum.
Wanna know more?
She doesn't actually have the godmother. I'm playing Quake 2, which has a BFG. Oh, nice! I thought BFG was just for Doom. I did not know that. I also didn't realize she was wearing Crocs.
How's my swimsuit?
Actually. Trying to read. Oh, it says game over, and it's got like Tronny on one foot, a controller, and Alec on the other, and ice cream. Cute! You traded in the BFG for... Hey, look. Nothing wrong with Dysons. They actually seem to last a while. That event made me sad. Does her sword change? No. Okay.
I need to go back. There is something I must do there.
It's not even that bad. She wanted to look at it, so she put it upside down. Are they actually bringing back Rupee's bunny? What is she? This is gonna be so much faster. I mean, actually, like looking for her. Cause like, that's the one of the few skins that I'm like, I kind of do wish I got that one. Because I know it's not a very unique bunny skin, but I really like hers. If crazy, why hot? They plan to, but no announcement upon date as when. Yay! Oh, you just got it in the mail? Nice. You the figure, right? The only thing that bothers me is the pole is curved. It's gigantic, I bet. Does Viper have any outfit? No, she does. She does, and I don't have any of them. I don't have any of them.
For your eyes only. It's my deepest secret.
You're definitely getting Bunny Rupee once it comes back. Yeah, like that one's, that's like, of course, like using Viper as an example. Like hers is also very unique, but at the same time, it's also not, as if that makes any sense. Like, yes, it's pink. She's got the little Viper details here and there, but I don't know. It's something with how like Rupee has the extended gloves and the boa. Like it adds to it. I don't know. You're debating keeping it. And then I've almost got my Alice maxed out. I have one more left.
Even if I wake from this dream, it's okay. Because you'll still be right here with me.
Trying to go through it. I'm like, who would cosplay? Also, I knew I remembered I gave those previous Doros to you, but looks like I forgot about it. But anyway, hey! Oh wait, you dropped a few new ones? Thank you! I appreciate, oh my gosh. I love them so much. Thank you.
Yes. Are you summoning me?
Let's see. Cause like, yeah, I'm going through and I'm like, whomst? Cause I got gifted a Siren cosplay. So that's definitely on the table. Where the hell is she at? Not this one though. Cause this one's so cute. So I got gifted this one. This one needs to be kind of gutted though and pieced together because there were some parts of it that just came off like really cheap looking. So I gotta get it made from scratch. Also, I have an idea, but not how to execute it on her hair. Definitely fiber optics, but I need to figure out how to do fucking lights. I'm debating, but I'm more than likely thinking of working on a Snow White cosplay for Anime Expo. Nice! Which Snow White, though? Yes, the Blue Metal Dora babies. The regular one? It's probably gonna come up with a... Oh, no, it only comes with her. Joking aside, I could be like, that one's easy if you take off the entire back unit. That wouldn't be... in theory, the fabric wouldn't be too hard. You just gotta make it look plush. It's literally everything else. Like the metal arm and the plating and all that stuff. I wanted to put together pumpkin... Look, Red Hood wouldn't be hard in theory. I do eventually want to do her stupid dress though.
Come here.
here! They're finally playing some oldies! Now this kind of music is perfect for a party.
I just realized that she's wearing a dress. It's torn up, and she's like, I got gloves on.
Live long. Being alive is a blessing. Feels good spending time like this with you, handsome. This'll be a day I'll never forget.
Find it funny Green Day is on her country skin? Oh yeah, like on right down here.
How about it, handsome? Think we've gotten kind of close.
Oh yeah, her new gear would definitely take forever. Well, really, Snow White's other gear would take forever too. All of it does. I think the only one that would be easy, gear-wise, is Small White, and that's just because it's a box. Whoop, wrong one. Yeah, this one wouldn't be too complicated. But yeah, no, figuring out how to make that work would be tough. Because that's a lot. Even right there, that is a lot of parts. Where you could get away with her just being this, and she's still recognizable.
I will not stop until this.
Because yeah, even just that piece, even just that gigantic barrel piece, that's a lot. Also, cat? Cat. I don't have cat.
Perhaps I'm used to another armor, but I'm famished.
A Red Hood cosplayer got thrown out of the Padres game I went to. Oh no! Oh, made a model as a cosplay and it took a while. Oh, really? The thing with Grave, I really like Grave. I really do. The problem I have with her, where she is, there she is her helmet. I wouldn't know how to do that right. Like, I have an idea, obviously. Obviously, you'd go through, make a dome, try and crack it or form it. I guess if it's only half her face, you don't have to worry about seeing through it, but I'd want to, and I'd want to get the tint right. And that would be the tough part. I'd probably honestly do pants Grave too. Oh yeah, that thing on her back for the actual coffin to sit and attach to. Yeah, I don't, at a convention, I don't know if I'd want to carry a coffin around. Would be great if you had it like on wheels though, and you could just put your shit in it. That'd be awesome. Just train a what? No! I'm not gonna train a wild endangered snow leopard for the cosplay. No. Just make a servant carry it. The closest I got would be Bear, and he ain't doing that. Where's my crown?
I hope I can craft you an outfit befitting the Crown Kingdom's advisor one day. Oh, of course.
My cars are cute. I wouldn't know how to do her swords. That would be like, I mean, I don't know how to do her swords, if that makes sense. So she's got 4 here. Oh, it's only 4. Okay. But man. Also, her poor back. I just realized. What's good? Hello, Mustaine. We were just looking over Nikke's in the middle of the story. Talking about conventions and making outfits and stuff for cosplays. Is that Venti would be fun. She wouldn't be too hard. I'd want to like go salvage some Destiny things. Oh look, she's even got a bear.
Business is booming thanks to you.
Bonus. I went to a local con once in a basic cosplay and was exhausting. It was the only one-day trip, so I had to borrow my friend's room to exchange. I wanna go to one this year. And I wanna go on cosplay. So it has to be like a local one, and I was trying to look those up the other day. Senti swimsuit cosplay? No, her normal one. I'm not going to a con in her swimsuit. Ah, Aid, my beloved. Super easy one.
I knew it. Fate must have led me here.
I just gotta get some shrooms and some fabric paint, and we're good to go. Super easy. Oh wait, the bunny's eyes glow? I did not notice that. They don't there. How many? Yeah, 42 chapters so far. It was wild that people wanted to take pictures of me when I did it though. Yeah, no, that's always the fun part. Now, I was just saying, I think if I go, because I'm looking at one that's, I think, in October-ish. And so, like, I was like, since it's October, I might go as in my Cynthia one. Especially with all the Pokemon stuff going on this year. Or, hang on. Pokemon Gym Leader. Images. Just gotta pick this picture. I have no idea what's in it. No, I don't want your fucking article. Boop. I know this is not all inclusive by any means, but oh, these are like really early. Those are super early. That has none of the newer ones in there. All right. There we go. Someone's weird tier list. Oh yeah, there's that Flannery. I think she's from the Aloha ones. Isn't there one that's like a super tired man? I don't think I sees him. Don't take a bath for a week? Oh, that'd be rough. That'd be rough to cosplay as Label. I might get kicked out of the con. Oh, yeah, I don't see Tired Man on here. This is also not super up to date. Flannery's, oh, okay. Ruby and Sapphire, okay. I tried playing the Sun and Moon games and I just couldn't get into it. Like, I really appreciated it, but I just didn't have the time and I just didn't have the patience. Ruby and Sapphire, I probably have the most fucking hours in and almost a completed Pokedex. I think I'm just missing one of the Latioses. Boop. Anyway. Yeah, no, that was just like someone's tier list, and I was like, I wouldn't mind being another gym leader, but like, yeah, if I go to a con this year, it'd probably be Cynthia because of all the Pokemans. all the Pokemon stuff this year. Let's see. Back to this. Back here. I did enough yapping. The People's Champion. I need to figure out how to attach her hair clips better. They're a little heavy, unless I hollow them out, but I'm afraid they would break. That would be the only thing. She was above gym leaders? Yeah. Whoops, wrong one. Actually, I should go this way. We'll do that one. And here. Her Garchomp also crushed the dreams of children trying to beat the game. I guess I turned on an alarm at some point. At some point, I do want to complete, I want to restart the diamond run that I tried doing way back when. And actually go finish it. Because that's the last game that I tried completing and just gave up. I got to the point where I got to the legendary and I was so exhausted. After replaying it, I understand why now. That game is very all over the place. I did like the cool 3DS like mechanics that they used to have, like the item finder and stuff like that. I used the shit out of them. But I just could not finish that game. Sending out the legendary to fight the Chomp and it getting swiftly one-shot. When I was a baby bunny, there was, of course, a generation called the First. And I picked Venusaur, even though there was a Blastoise on my cartridge. And I didn't know to level up other things. I would go and just fight things, and my Venusaur was like level 100 very quickly. And I'd be like, oh, I should probably use something else, and it would just get annihilated. I'm like, I guess I'm going back to my Venusaur, which is why it ended up being a level 100, because I was like, meh, I'll just tank everything. And I got to the Elite Four, and of course, that's not how that works. I don't know if I got to Elite Four or one of the final gyms with my level 100 Venusaur just tanking the entire way. And then just couldn't do it. I still have that cartridge. I highly doubt the memory's still there. But it's just one of those, like, I did not know how the game worked at all. You can body with a level 100 Venusaur. Nice. With just Venus Gen 1 AI, who doesn't like use attacks. So, yeah, I don't remember, but I just know I know I did not finish the game. But I got really damn far with just my, like, all the other Pokemon were like level 10 or 20 at best. And I was just like, nope, Venusaur all the way. Ooh. Ooh, pardon, yawn. I eventually beat the Elite Four in Silver, then I got to the real final challenge. Yeah, I did hear about that. I don't think I beat the final, the Elite Four, but I got really fucking far. Because that one you actually go back to Kanto and then fight Ash, right? I believe that's how that works. Like there was a whole second ass game in it. It was way harder as a kid. I want to go play all these, but I don't. No, I do, actually. I think I do have an emulator. So I have my N64. I have the Game Boy cartridge reader. Did Pokemon Stadium let you play the game natively? Because I might be able to fucking stream that. A Game Boy Advance emulator? Yeah. I like to do things the hard way. I don't know how to emulate shit. Because I'm always afraid of breaking things. You play Dragon Quest monsters at least once a year. That just came up with a new game, didn't it? Dragon Quest? I would actually take weekly routes to challenge tougher trainers on the boat ride to Kanto and work my way back. Nice. Yeah, I know Silver was one that I actually had a grasp by the time that one came out of like what the hell I was supposed to do. And was always really upset because if I finally caught up to one of the dogs, I would either annihilate the shit out of it and have to cancel my save or like just like power it off. Or it would be one of those I look at it funny and it ran away immediately and I just never got it. I don't necessarily like training up monsters. Soul Silver was Pokemon at its peak. Soul Silver was where they had the weird little DS Pokemon walkers, and I fucking used the shit out of that when I worked at a hardware store, walking all over the fucking store. That was great. That was fantastic. Can't do that anymore. I don't really move that much, but that was awesome. Those were, yeah, there was a way to trick it. There was, I found out for only one route how it actually worked. So if you found them at one specific route in Silver for the legendaries and you went to another route, like a really specific one, you were guaranteed to run into it. Like it would be there. And I only knew that for one of its locations out of like the 10 that it would spawn at. So it took me for fucking ever. And that's why, of course, when you would go to one and try and chase it, it felt like you were never getting to there because you were chasing it instead of trying to use that exploit. It's not really an exploit. I imagine it's a game mechanic. I had Entei and Raikou as a kid. Yeah, my love was Suicune. I fucking love Suicune. And never got it. I never got that one. Oh, that was the one I always chased, and I never got it. Maybe I'll go up and go find my stuff, because I think it's all in my attic. Yeah, evasive is shit. Because I think I had Raikou. In college, it was easy because you could use Bean and all kinds of other shit. Yeah, so of course I had a Venusaur for blue, and I never actually played my yellow. Like I did, but I didn't, because I was afraid of making my Pikachu mad. So I never really did anything, because I didn't want to make it mad. And then I had Silver and Crystal. I had Ruby, and got gifted 2 Sapphires for some reason. I think I played Pearl on the DS, and of course you guys saw me play a little bit of Diamond, and I plan on revisiting that. And then I never touched it again until the Aloha games, and didn't finish those. Totodile. See, I was a Cyndaquil girly. Cyndaquil was cute. Alright, back. I promise we're going back now. So recap for anyone joining us. We found out that EH is the sister of Ingrid, and she said, hey, I don't want to be head of Elysian. I want to go help the Outer Rim. And she gave up all of her Elysian connections. That is the recap. All right, so you came straight to the Outer Rim after that. Yes. If I wanted to change the Outer Rim, I figured I had to live here myself, and I'll tell you, I was surprised at what troubled me the most while living here. It wasn't the thugs picking fights because I was an outsider or living in a house without a ceiling, which I'd never experienced before, nor was it the thieves that tried to enter in whenever I closed my eyes. It was the fact that there was no light, just like those children said. Aside from the faint glow of the Dome of Eternity seeping in from beyond the massive barrier, there was no light in the Outer Rim, so I decided to change that first. When I began, I noticed there were a bunch of wires everywhere that didn't seem to be used for anything. They were capable of drawing power though, so getting electricity wasn't difficult. The challenge was finding someone in the Outer Rim who'd done electrical work before. I managed to finally find someone after a long search, and we began building streetlights together. We gathered bulbs from the landfill that could still be used and installed them one by one. Man wearing old clothes, what's the big deal? Why are you making such a fuss over a few light bulbs? They're too bright, I say. Why are you even trying to light up this landfill? Your eyes will get used to the brightness. This way may be the Outer Rim, but we're still human beings and we deserve to live in the light. I think we need to start trying to live more like people. After all, we're humans, even if we may not live in the Ark. After that, I installed lights along what was considered the main street. Gradually, people began gathering under the light, and then eventually, everyone called it her bus. At some point, people began calling me boss, and that wasn't all. I want to live somewhere with more light. I want to see a brighter world. I want to feel the world beyond the partition. They started seeing these kind of things in me. I figured that since I was the one who brought these people together, I had to respond to them. And that was, I guess, when she made Heavenly Ascension. One day we shall cross that partition into a world overflowing with light. Let us ascend back into heaven. From that moment on, we took the name Heavenly Ascension. Oh, that was quick. Wait, what's mid? Wait, what? Why are you picking fights, Bear? Stop it! I see. But the more I hear, the less I understand. Why did you resort to terrorism? Everything you've said sounds pretty far removed from that sort of violence. You're right. That wasn't how we operated in the beginning. At first, we were almost like a neighborhood watch group, just trying to make the Outer Rim a better place to live. We made people in the Outer Rim get jobs, and it could be any kind of work, even the darker kind. No matter what it was, we made a rule that if you worked, you received compensation. Some gangs liked us and others hated, but we appreciated all the established crime bosses the same. Or approached, not appreciated. Trying to settle matters by whatever means possible, and then formed tact alliances with them. That's how we came to know the Underground Queen. We made an arrangement with them to protect one another, and that became our greatest source of strength at the time. Once word spread that they were backing us, smaller gangs fell in line a bit more, and they started protecting homes for Outer Rim residents in exchange for payment. Slowly but surely, the Outer Rim gradually stabilized. And that's when people started raising their voices. They said the time had finally come for us to speak with the Ark. We may have still been living in a landfill, but at least we were living like humans, and they said it was time we showed the Ark that. So we tried. We secretly crossed the partition, put up posters, and shouted slogans. The Outer Rim isn't a landfill. There are many people who live there. Right now, there are many who are living amidst garbage without ever seeing a single ray of light. Your attention can bring light to the people of the Outer Rim. It can bring a new future to the children growing up there. Bring light to the Outer Rim, bring light to the outlaws. We focused on raising our voices, but don't trespass. Didn't you watch the anime? He makes funny noises and bites shit. He's my dude. Bears a syndic will duty too. But don't trespassers get killed on the spot if you get caught? Not back then. It wasn't as difficult as it is now to enter the Arks. Security wasn't as tight. Also, outlaws weren't considered a threat back then, but that also means there was no one was willing to listen. Right now, there are many who are living in bits garbage without ever seeing a single ray of light. Your attention can bring light to the people of the Outer Rim. Oof. I don't know what you're going on about, but you shut it. I can't stand the noise. Verbal and physical abuse felt almost preferable to nothing. It at least meant they were listening. The real problem was how the majority of people were so indifferent. Everyone pretended not to hear, just staring at their phones as they walked past. What is she doing in the middle of the street? Excuse me? Oh no, I made eye contact. The woman wearing earphones hurries away. It felt like I was shouting into a void, and it wasn't just me. I'm sure everyone who was there with me felt the same. We decided to change our strategy and sent petitions directly to the central government. After we sent dozens, even hundreds of them, they finally agreed to arrange a meeting. We were hopeful that we were finally getting one step closer to what we wanted. But how come no one's here? It's been 6 hours. Did we get the date wrong? No, this is the right date. Harper looks at the door of the meeting room knowing no one is coming. After that happened several times, we got the message. No matter how much we petitioned, the government would not meet us. No matter how much we shouted, the Ark would not listen. We grew more and more exhausted until a certain someone proposed something. If they refuse to listen to us, why don't we make it so that they have no choice but to hear us out? Oh no! God, her eyes are like insane. We'll put on a grand fireworks show. One they can't possibly ignore. It was Crow. Womp womp. For those who are subbies, hello! Hello, subbies. Or ad blockies. Boulder, hello, you get to hear this. We're waiting for the ad to go. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 more stories. These are going really quick. There it is. Apparently the ads are finishing now. Yeah, Crow definitely has the crazy eyes. It's like I don't like how they pulsate. Crow was part of a Heavenly Ascension too? Yep. I don't know how she joined or who vouched for her. All I remember is hearing she was born in the Outer Rim. At first, she was quiet, diligent, and devoted. She patrolled the Outer Rim with us and went to the Ark with us to demand better rights. She went without hesitation to places other members avoided and withstood all the physical and verbal abuse and even the indifference. The reason I thought of her as a comrade despite our philosophical differences was because I saw how devoted she was. But at some point, she stopped being quiet and started speaking up, raising her voice, and expanding her influence. While I was away from the Outer Rim to meet with the government, she built up a small faction inside the Heavenly Ascension. That's how much influence she'd gotten. Before I forget, hi Bear. Hello! He lurks. He monitors both. But I'm sure he says hi. He's actually not supposed to be on stream right now. See? There he is. Alright, she built up a small faction, and that's the influence she got. You want to resort to terrorism? Are you out of your mind? Whoa, calm down. Why are you getting so worked up? Terrorism's a scary word. Don't call it that. Since the Ark is so bright, that can't seem to see those of us who are living in the darkness. I'm just saying we should light off some fireworks to help them see better. Oh, don't try to make it sound harmless with words like fireworks. Your plan is practically the definition of terrorism. You want to sneak bombs into key government facilities and detonate them. A ton of people in the Ark would die, and it would be a catastrophe. Why should we care? Let the bigwigs in the Ark deal with that. Do you think anyone in the Ark cares about us? About how many die of sickness? Or how many children are going blind because there's no light? Or how many are killed by explosives that got mixed in the trash? We screamed our lungs out, but they didn't care one bit. It's the same thing. Are people dying from sickness or accidents isn't the same as outright murder. And unlike us, the Ark has a super high performance AI managing everything. Come on. You've lived there before. You don't have to pretend like you haven't. We all know you came from there. How dare you accuse her of being from the Ark? Oh, they forgot. The people. Okay, so the masses don't know. Do you have any idea what she's done for the Outer Rim? Oh, of course I do. I'm well aware of how hard our dear boss has worked for the Outer Rim and how much has changed since she came here. How could I not? You're a good person. Even I know that. I doubt there's a single person in the Outer Rim who hasn't benefited from your efforts. We know how hard you've tried. That's why we followed you this whole time, including me. That never happened with anyone else. You threw away everything and came to the Outer Rim with nothing. Then lived among us for years and brought light to this dump that had been covered in darkness. But what resulted from that? No one listens to us. No one remembers us. Why? Because it isn't sensational enough. That's the thing about people in the Ark. Their lives are so peaceful and they've had so much handed to them since birth that you can ask them as sweetly and kindly as you want, even raise your voice, and they won't so much as spare you a glance. If it isn't sensational, they dismiss it as boring and couldn't care less. So what? What are you trying to say? And how does this all lead to us becoming terrorists? Terrorists? Didn't I say not to use scary words like that? We can still do what you want and go into the Ark and tell them what we think. All I'm saying is we add a little spice to our words. That we do it an outlaw way. We make it a game to get them more involved. If they find the bombs before they go off, the Ark wins. If they don't and the bombs go off first, we win. But seeing how they already have so much and we have so little, it's only fair that we apply just a tiny handicap to them. We'll know the entire plan, but they won't. Once they get engrossed in the little game of ours, they'll finally start listening to what we have to say. I guarantee it. So, Crow takes one more step towards Hyper. Just this once, I'd like us to do things my way. And then back to the crazy eyes. Why is Crow so... She's a very unhinged character. I do like her outfit and everything, but... Man, she is like not a nice character. Also, hello, Holden. Hello. What do you say? The looks in her eyes told me, yeah, that she'd go through with it even if it meant having to go through me. Yes, I would agree with those. That's some crazy eye shit. She spoke in a way to rile others up, highlighting how we were together in this, and sugarcoating her words to downplay the crime and make it feel justified. Crow is an agitator, and a charismatic one at that. The others were starting to agree with more and more of what she said. And that's when I realized something. What we need isn't to throw a tantrum like timid children. We need a revolution. One with fire and blood, because the truth is, those things can't be avoided if we're gonna get what we want. But that'll never happen if we do things your way. That's why I'm gonna do it instead. I realized I had to put a stop to it. No, I can't allow that. What you said, it's right. My way is peaceful and uneventful. It's never going to stir up the people of the Ark. I understand wanting to give them a shock. People might actually remember our name if we do. But killing people is a completely different story. All we'd be doing is giving them the go-ahead to shoot every one of us, and not just us, but everyone in the Outer Rim. Like you said, we're nothing compared to them. That goes for firepower too. True. If they get serious and come here for blood, we'd be lucky to escape, never mind defend ourselves. It wouldn't even be a fight. Of course, we've all snuck into the Ark before, so we might be able to flee there, but what about everyone else in the Outer Rim? The children, the sick, the elderly. Who's going to protect them? And it's not just the government. The reason we were able to make a pact with the Underworld Queen wasn't because we were so determined that we'd shed blood for our cause, but rather because we were protesting peacefully for our rights. If we do things your way, that pact would collapse. All the order that we've spent years establishing would collapse. Order? That's why I'll never approve of your plan. It's not just for our sake, but for everyone's. You say you're afraid of the government will set their sights on the outlaws, but that's easy enough to solve. We just change what we've been shouting this whole time. What do you mean? We stop saying bring light to the outer rim, bring light to the outlaws. Instead, we make sure they know it's us. Light is our right heavenly ascension. We change our slogan. Oh, it's her slogan. I've been stuck on chapter 23 for a while. I've hit the 160 wall. Oh no! I need 4 more Nikkes to 3-star. At least I have the wishlist system now, so that's nice. The sad part is that the ARC doesn't care about kids going blind. Nope, they don't. But somehow Neon's good. Alright. Then the government won't target everyone in the Outer Rim, but only Heavenly Ascension. I get what you're worried about. Crow picks up the paper with her plan on it. Pretend I didn't say anything. Thanks for understanding. Like I said, you're the boss. And Crow turns to leave and stops. I got Helm to 2 and Miranda 2. No, you're right there. You're right there. But there is one thing you should know. Not everyone's like you. They don't all worry about the people, other people in the Outer Rim, and they're not all that patient either. Crow leaves the room. She seems dangerous. Shouldn't we keep an eye on for her? Harper, because it starts with the Leezy and it throws me off. Harper looks around the room. A few people glance towards the door, like they want to follow Crow out. Yes, please do. I had a gut feeling, though, that her plan couldn't be stopped. From that day on, Heavenly Ascension split into 2 factions. The moderates who wanted to raise their voices without straying too far from the old way, and the hardliners who said the old way would never work and that extreme measures were required. Naturally, Crow led the hardliners. At the time, both sides thankfully understood one another, and even if they disagreed on which method to use, we at least knew why everyone chose the way they did. And the hardliners didn't cross the line. But, as I feared, the hardliners kept getting more and more extreme. It didn't matter how much I tried to restrain them to persuade them otherwise. And before long, that ominous feeling I had was made a reality. The terrorist attack she had brought me that day was carried out in secret. They only changed the location. We just received news of a terrible tragedy. A large-scale terrorist bombing has occurred on an AFX train operated by Elysian. The incident took place as the train was entering the station platform. The explosion, which came from within the passenger cars, not only destroyed the train, but also caused the station structure to collapse, resulting in a terrible tragedy. The government has deployed numerous Nikkes to the site to conduct rescue operations, but due to the extent of the collapse, the number of casualties continues to rise. Meanwhile, according to the testimony of one survivor, a passenger on the train stood up, pulled out a detonator, and shouted the following just before activating it. The worst terrorist attack in the ARC's history was set in motion by Crow. Using her slogan. So that means that the dude that hit her on the back of the head, as well as myself, is part of that Crow faction, then, I assume. Huh. Just as Crow predicted, after the AFX incident, the name Heavenly Ascension spread across the entire arc. The things we'd shouted, which no one ever listened to, finally spread everywhere. ARC citizens began to recognize that people live in the Outer Rim. As soon as public opinion started to deem the central government's initial response inadequate, the government got in touch with us, saying they wanted to enter into negotiations. What kind? They said they would listen to everything we had to say. Of course, given how much death and destruction the attack had caused, we were on high alert. But the government assured us they were aware that only a small number of us were behind it. and that we could bring as many armed guards as we wanted if we were uneasy. Even still, I hesitated. The one who ultimately convinced me was my mother. I'll hear you out. Come if you want to clean up this mess. That was the message I got from her. So we decided to arm ourselves and head over. We figured that the attack had already happened and sitting around wasn't going to change anything. How do you think it went? Well, there's still an outer rim, so not great. What if it had gone well, there wouldn't have been any other attacks. It didn't end well. Just as we suspected, the meeting was a trap laid by my mother. When we made it to the conference room, it wasn't people in there who were waiting there for us. It was mass-produced Nikkes armed with Elysian latest weapons. The moment the meeting room door opened, they started firing before we even had a chance to react. In that storm of bullets, I watched as my comrades threw themselves in front of me. Ooh, that would suck. You have to live. That's the only way that their deaths will mean anything. One of them hoisted me onto his back and jumped out a window. That's how I survived. Everyone who went to the meeting that day died. Everyone except me and the man who jumped out the window with me. After that, nothing could stem the tide. Not only did the majority of moderates defect to the hardliners, but remaining a moderate became grounds for being labeled a traitor. The resentment of being targeted or treated like trash for so long, the betrayal from being deceived into approaching the negotiation tables, ugh. The desire for revenge on behalf of all the comrades we'd lost. You take all those negative emotions and combine them with the precedent that Crow had set, and people began committing terrorist attacks all across the Ark. After that, there was nothing I could do. I know it all started with me, that I'm the one who pulled the trigger when I said we'd lead the outer rim towards the light, but once that bullet was fired, it flew out of my control. Water! What do you mean redeem it? What are we redeeming? Ah, yes. Ah, yes. It is time. Bah! Super serious terrorist attacks! But here's a Doro. Of course you could redeem it, sir. Of course, of course. Doro seems like the type to be a terrorist. Oh yeah, probably. Probably. Killing innocent people always stops terrorism. Sarcasm. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's all sads. It's all sads and all bads. Wow. Okay, back to the sads. Doro weak. I don't know what's on screen. That could be really bad. Oh no! Regardless of what I'd wanted, I was suddenly the leader of a terrorist organization. A leader who survived by hiding behind the bodies of her comrades. Did your mother ever contact you again? No. She assumed full responsibility for failing to kill me, to have the head of Heavenly Ascension, and stepped down as Elysian CEO. That's why Ingrid had the CEO mantle thrust upon her so abruptly. As for me, I cast off the name Harper, and from that day forward, lived only as EH. I figured you would do that way sooner. Redeem the zoomies! I don't have zoomies anymore. I'm sorry. It broke too many things. Too many things broke. The most I can do is do this, I guess. I don't know. Whee! Except my mouse keeps like disconnecting halfway through it. So it's like not actually going. That's the closest zoomies you're getting. Redeem oranges. What? Having become a powerless leader and capable of doing anything, I wasn't even able to make decisions after that. All I could do was try to persuade them to carry out attacks that didn't kill anyone. That's pretty much how things were, until the attack on the Ark that blew a hole in the Dome of Eternity. Wow. Hello. Editor, add F1 sounds to the zoomies. Look. Imagine a huge Doro cosplay. You could be the front, Bear could be the back. Oh man, I think I'd actually probably have Bear be the front, just because the head is so big. Oh, I keep yawning. Gotta wrap this up. All right. Oh, uncross my legs. Oh, jeez. Whoop! Almost hit the power switch. All right. That's everything I can tell you. Oh, there we go. Does it answer your question? Yeah, it does. No need to thank me. Ooh, my... You guys can't see my mouse. My mouse is doing some weird shit. This is the first time I've been able to talk so freely to someone. I really appreciate you listening. Whatever decision you make, I'll accept it. We've been in here a while. I'll try and find us a way out. And she stands up. You wait here for a sec. Do you ever regret it? Regret what? Leaving Elysian and going to the Outer Rim. Before she answers, there's explosions. I turned towards the sound. It came from over there, right? The sound came from beyond the wall piled high with metal crates. I'll go check it out, she says. I will come with. Viper! She's looking for us. It sounds like Jackal and Viper. We're here! What do you... Wait, what? EH grabs me by the collar and quickly pulls me away from the wall. Oh! I quickly cover my head and duck. It was a bum. There you are. Is everyone okay? You're later than I expected. When I saw the tracker, I figured you'd come right away. Sorry about that. This place is used for cold storage, so the temperature weakened the signal. Plus, we had to make a short pit stop somewhere. Where? Cold storage? No wonder I'm fucking freezing. I guess they figured this was the best place to jam any possible tracking signals. Check the inside of your sleeve. Oh yeah, when we shook hands. I detect a small cube, but no bigger than my pinky nail. You think your character would get used to hearing explosive beeping? Look, when you get used to explosive beeping, that is not good. We were escorting you through the Outer Rim. We had to take certain precautions, and what do you know? It helped us find you. I know I technically failed to protect you as I promised, but I did come to save you, so we're good, right? Good? I don't really get what you mean, but Blumander is good. Thank you for saving me. Don't mention it. Oh, and by the way, we caught the guy who did this. You did? Yeah, that pit stop I mentioned earlier. We went out and caught him. We'd actually been upstairs eavesdropping on us. We subdued him through, though. Want to see? I want to see too. Are you sure? It might be dangerous. Maybe you should wait outside with Jackal. I'd like to hear what this guy has to say. Then let's go together. familiar? Yes, familiar would be definitely a better term. Yeah, you never ever want to get used to hearing explosive devices. That's not good. With Viper and Jackal leading the way, we go upstairs. A man is there, bound to a pillar and gagged. He glares at us. Can you remove the gag? Okay. And she approaches the man and removes the gag. What are you even doing that for? You should just kill me. It's been a while. Melon? Melon? Melon. He's now Melon. 'Cause food. Melon. You've got a good memory for a traitor. I didn't know you were still alive. Last time I looked, I couldn't find you anywhere, so I thought you were dead. Why would I show my face to the government lapdog? You'd only try and get me to quit Heavenly Ascension anyway. Why did you do this? Because I resent you. I couldn't believe you become a government lapdog. You were our boss. Why didn't you die back then? During the attack on the Ark, you should have just let yourself get blown up along with the surface elevator. You don't have to listen to this. You don't gotta do it. There's nothing to hear that you haven't already heard. It's fine. If you just died without, and then if you died without becoming Nkke, then I wouldn't feel so betrayed. Someone had to take responsibility. You lived through it too. You saw for yourself the horror we inflicted in the name of terrorism. But no matter what it starts, no matter who incites it, no matter what the justification, as soon as the wrong methods are used, the message loses all meaning. A name can be branded into history, but our case lost all its legitimacy. We dressed them up under the name of human rights movement, but all those terrorist attacks were nothing more than violent crimes. Crimes that brought death and destruction on a whole lot of innocent people. We can realize what we were wrong and regret it all we want, but there's no changing the wrongs we've committed. It doesn't ease the pain that the victim suffered. There needs to be someone who has to atone, because pain and sin don't just go away. All those crimes we committed were in the name of Heavenly Ascension. So I thought it was the only right that I take responsibility for them. And I'm the one who started it all. I'm the one who founded Heavenly Ascension, who failed to stop Crow and the Hardlighters, and who ultimately decided to go to that meeting where so many of us died. It was all me. I realized that since I'm the one who started all this, I should be the one to end it. But by the time I made that decision, my body was already dying. That's the reason I became a Nkke. I wanted to have more time to atone for what we did. I think you should move on too. In that case, in your entire life, was there ever been a time, even just once, when you regretted coming to the Outer Rim instead of taking over Elysian? I have more regrets than I can count, but coming to the Outer Rim has never been one of them, I swear it. You should leave Heavenly Ascension, admit that what we did was wrong, and cast off your past life. That's the price you have to pay. You're a traitor. You're a traitor and a hypocrite. I think they forgot the D. I'll carry my share of sin with me. Oh no! Where was he hiding the detonator? We'll never be making it to heaven anyway, so I'll see you in hell along with the others. Light is our right, Heavenly Ascension. Womp. We're gonna skip ads. Skip it ads. When the smoke from the blast clears, we hurry to where Melon had been. But only debris from the explosion remains. For a brief moment, EH stares silently at the remains. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Let's get going, I'll take you outside. Following her lead, we walk towards the Outer Rim barrier. What's wrong? Why is everyone so quiet? Are you all hungry or something? I'm hungry. Want to eat before we go? I'll buy you some food later, so just wait for now, okay? Jackal starts sniffing and moves towards a box in the corner. What is it? Is there something over there? It smells like gunpowder. Is this dangerous? Jackal lifts a small stick from inside the box. It's a sparkler. A sparkler? Or a sparkly. Do you blow it up? EH takes a sparkler from Jackal. It's a sparkler. You light it like this. And she lights the tip. Aww, that's so cute! A bright light begins to burst from the tip of the sparkler. And it shines like this. It's so pretty. You're right, it's very pretty. I never thought I'd see one of these in the Outer Rim. Yeah, it really is pretty. EH stares at the sparkler intently, her gaze filled with both nostalgia and regret. These are the only fireworks you should be lighting. I want to hold one too. I want to light it. Jackal grabs a handful of sparklers and runs off. Lighting them might be dangerous, and they go chasing off after each other. Jackal is very happy. She's like, I got toys. If I ever get blinded again while chasing after the light and end up setting fire to something that isn't meant to be burned, will you stop me no matter what it takes? I'm sorry, that's a lot to ask. I don't think that day will ever come, because I'm positive you won't forget what you're atoning for. As such, I'm not going to agree to stop you instead. I pick up a sparkler and touch the tip to the one that's in her hand. I'll watch and support you as you atone, so that someday you'll finally have atoned for everything and be free. In that shimmering light, EH gives a small smile. That's more than enough. Alright. Hard mode!
Good. I'll go with you.
Boop.
Kill the goons over here.
If I'm Jackal, then she can't, like, blow anything up.
Ah! So exciting! Gotta tear them apart! Honey. Sending my love. Mwah. Ready for it?
Just gotta do my best. No shortcuts.
That's kind of lackluster. I was hoping there'd be a little bit more to it.
The way's clear now. Let's go.
Oh, this music's good. Ah, I can do the burst again. I killed it too fast.
The way's clear now. Let's go.
I heard you ran into some trouble in the Outer Rim. How's your injury? It's fine. I'm pretty sure, Harper went through worse. I see. Can you tell me what happened? Sure. And I tell her things that happened. Thanks for the report. So Harper told you about her past, and there really was someone still in Heavenly Ascension, but he took his own life. I see. I suppose now you understand why I said I wasn't fit to judge. Well, I think it's safe to say you've heard just about everything at this point. So, now that you have all the information, what do you think of EH? So you consider her a victim as well. Not necessarily. The terrorist did unforgivable things. There's no question there. But it's more complicated than that, and there's something tragic to it as well. Is that so? As such, I don't believe she lied about dismantling Heavenly Ascension. I think her vow to face her past sins and atone is sincere. Understood. I'll be sure to include your thoughts in the report that I sent to headquarters. Great work. I stand to leave the room. Blumander, yes? I'm going to do something that can only be done here and only now. It will be the first time and also the last. Once you leave this room, you are to forget it. Forget what? Do you understand? I gets it. Ingrid rises and bows her head. Thank you for listening to my sister's story. Ingrid lifts her head again. That is all. Now leave and forget what just happened. See you around. And with a memory in my heart that I'll ironically never forget, I say goodbye to the woman who is both Elysian CEO and someone's older sister. That was a sweet end. All right, we're about to hit ads.
Let's go.
So I'm going to very quickly just run through this. Here are my socials for those who are lurking on both sides. So if you want to go to the other side, join my Discord where updates and things. That is the best place. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be doing Lost Sectors because I have been neglecting those. And if you want to stick around, we're going to go raid, and I am going to go eat and have some lots of water and things like that. I appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. And if you want to stick around, we'll be go nice to whoever I raid. All right. Love you guys. Bye.